Hello, everyone. Welcome to On the Air Sickled. My name is OD. I am the executive director and host of this awesome podcast. And you're joining us for another segment of Dr. Simone Says. Dr. Simone is going to be joining us momentarily to talk about the new Healthcare Navigator Course 2025. And that's coming at you live right now.
On the Air Sickled, you are never alone. Together we're stronger. Together we've grown. On the Air Sickled, where love shines through. Awareness, compassion for me and you. On the Air Sickled.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to On the Air Sickled. It has been so long since we've had Dr. Simone on our show, and I'm just glad that she is coming for another awesome discussion about the Healthcare Navigator course. Before we dive into that, I do want to talk a little bit about the mental health package that we just showed you on screen. Mental health is very, very important for everyone. I want you to know that we here at On the Air Sickle understand that sickle cell warriors deal with a lot, emotionally, physically, and mentally. And I want you to know, as our theme song says, you are never alone. If you need support, our chaplain here at On the Air Sickle is currently working on a On the Air Sickle support group. And with that support group that's coming to us soon, perhaps at the end of September, early October, you'll be able to have open discussions, live conversations about what you're going through. You don't have to feel like you are battling sickle cell by yourself. We here at On the Air Sickle will join the fight with you. Now, let's talk about our weather for this afternoon. We are going to be a high of 81 degrees, low of 57. Tomorrow is going to be a high of 82, low of 58. So those highs and lows really can affect our bodies. So make sure that you stay hydrated, that you're taking your medication. When we hit that evening time, that you bundle up, get your bed warmers, whatever it is that you need so that you can stay safe. All right, let us bring in our co-host, our new co-host for this season and ongoing, Miss Erin Washington.
Hey,
Erin.
how you doing?
I'm good. Welcome back. So I understand that you actually met Dr. Simone recently.
I have.
And I know that you are a big fan. So I know you're excited about the conversation, and I'm excited to join in and, see where this takes us. How about you?
I'm so excited.
All right, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to some and introduce to others the one, the only, Dr. Simone Yuan. You are live on the air. Hey, Dr. Simone.
Hi,
how are you?
I think I'm frozen.
It looks like you are. Hold on. Let's try to take you off screen and put you back on. All right, having some technical difficulties. Dr. Simone, can you hear us?
I can.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll continue the conversation. Hopefully our technical difficulties clear up. There we go. There we go. We can see you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Simone is the director. She is the co-founder of Sickle Cell Medical Advocacy. Before we jump into the conversation, Sickle Cell Medical Advocacy is our sponsor. All right. And we are so thankful for Dr. Simone and her organization partnering with On the Air Sickle. If you need Healthcare Navigator support, you can contact Sickle Cell Medical Advocacy at sicklecellmedicaladvocacy.org. You do not want to fight this battle alone when it comes to dealing with the medical institution, and especially those emergency room visits, as well as your admission stays. All right, Dr. Simone.
Hello.
How we doing? It's been almost a whole summer.
I know. I've been busy though. And then not for a minute because I just had to rest. I'm learning rest is really good. Like, they tell us rest is good, but like rest is really good. And so I'm learning how to rest. And actually, when I rest enough, it feels like a little vacation if we do it right. And so the next week, it feels like I have a reset, and I'm able to approach whatever I have in front of me with a lot of clarity. Like it feels like I came off of a vacation. So
wow.
I'm learning the art of resting.
Wow.
Wow.
So tell us, Dr. Simone, what's new with Sickle Cell Medical Advocacy? What's happening in your world?
Oh, my goodness. Well, a lot's happening at Sickle Cell Medical Advocacy. Let me tell you about that first, because I'm so excited about that. So, we turned 4 years old on August 26th. And it's funny because even though we're 4 years old, our Navigator program started almost a year later because we had to raise funds to start the program. So we're actually only 3 years old as a program, but it didn't matter. We're still young. So we're excited to get 1 year older. And with that, we actually decided to hire our first, a serious hire. And that is a program coordinator. And I was so stoked that she happened to be one of the navigators. Who knew, right? So it turns out that she did her master's in nonprofit administration and just happened to, come and take the navigator course. Like doctors come along and take the navigator course, and then we kind of yank them and go, hey, can you be part of our medical team, right? So something like that. And so we interviewed her and thought she was a good fit. And so, we just hired her as of September 1st. And so, that art of resting that I was telling you about? Well, I'm going to get a chance to enjoy it just a little more because as she comes in, she's taking off a big chunk off of my plate. So the navigators, even that are signing up and so on right now, she's handling that. And that's a huge weight off of my shoulders.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is. And then we, of course, got a social media person, which I'm sure you guys will totally know that there's somebody new doing this because my clunky old posts are suddenly going to be replaced by very flashy. I was looking at the post that she put up today, and it has extra stuff at the end and things very artsy and music playing in the back. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would never be able to do all that. I'm just trying to get the thing out. So, so I'm excited for her, for Kiara to be on with us as well.
That is the second time we heard her name on the show. Go ahead, Kiara.
Yep.
Yeah. She's
Kiara,
doing in her space.
She has no idea that she has just infiltrated On the Air Sickled and is doing nothing at all.
Minding her own business, doing her. No, but she's. I actually today I texted her and I said, I just love working with you. And, and then, of course, well, not of course, but it was nice that she said, I really like working with you too, Dr. Simone. But I was just amazed at what she could do in a short amount of time. So I'm excited to see, what else she's got in that little bag of tricks of hers, because so far I'm very tickled by everything that I see. So yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So
Erin,
there's
so
that.
I know that Erin had a few questions that she wanted to throw your way, and let's see how you can help us through this. What do you say?
Erin looks a little shy today. How you
I'm
doing?
not shy. I'm surprised. I'm
You're
super
surprised?
excited.
You're excited.
Every time I
Okay.
see you around your presence, I'm just so overwhelmed.
Oh.
Tell me, how do you like that doctor to your name, though?
I've earned it. Yeah.
I love that there are now so many sickle cell patients that are doctors.
Yes.
And they, as a patient, they're like, I know what's best.
Yes.
Even if I have to put you guys in place, I'm a person that has sickle cell but knows what's best for me. So you have to treat me with respect because I'm also a doctor too.
Right. And that's part of what's beautiful about the program is that, we can actually, and we're very respectful. We're not trying to, step on any toes or anything, but some people, do have to be informed. And so whether they want to be or not. And so, so sometimes you have to be a little more assertive, but at the end of the day, because they know that you know what you're doing. If you went to, and I didn't just go to any medical school, I went to Stanford University School of Medicine, right? So when they ask me for my freedom papers, because it seems like that's what they're asking me for, who are you and where did you train and and I just very politely say, well, yeah, I trained at Stanford. Yes, I went to Columbia University undergrad, and then I went to Stanford University, and oh yeah, and I do sit on some expert panels around the country for sickle cell, and oh yeah, so I'm very very much able to clear that up right away so we can get on to the business of being able to help the patient, which I think is really silly, because if someone has information that you need, why do you need to have them verify from A to Z if the information that they're giving you is on a website? It's on the American Society of Hematology website, and they're telling you this, so you could really just go and check it. You don't have to ask them their credentials to decide if you want to believe them. You really don't have to. You can believe all the expert panel doctors that created the guidelines for sickle cell management, right? So it's really interesting that you even have to do that, but sometimes you have to, and it's nice to be able to do that. It's not a thing that I take out of my bag and wave around. Like, I don't know how else to say this, but when something is far away, it looks grand until you have to go through all it takes to get there. And then when you've gone through all it takes to get there, by the time you get there and people are calling you doctor, it's not feeling so grand anymore. It's feeling like, well, this is a culmination of all of my hard work, period.
Period. I love that. Dr. Simone, so tell us a little bit about what we should be expecting. You've done so much to earn your credentials, as Erin has eloquently alluded to. tell us about this upcoming Navigators course. What should we expect, and why is it so important for us to get involved?
Oh man, well, there's plenty of reasons that you should get involved, but I was watching I don't know if I could call it a podcast, but I was watching I think it was a clip from a documentary, and it was about how immigration, how ICE is handling the immigrants in Los Angeles, and how they've come together and pretty much made an organization to fight against that, right? And whether you believe in it or against it, that's not the point. My point is that it's amazing when people are tired enough and angry enough, how they can come together to fix things. And I thought to myself, if people could get up early in the morning and walk the streets with their bullhorns, and try to alert people that they don't know about the situation and where to go for help and what to do, and and connect with the community to make sure that they wrap their arms around the community. If a people can do that, we can do that for sickle cell. And we need to do that for sickle cell, because it is not right that people walk into the emergency room and then get escorted out with their campus security, especially when they're asking for things like a blood transfusion. I mean, you would not believe, if people had not videotaped the things they have videotaped and brought it to our attention, we would not believe that doctors are doing the things they're doing to people. I wouldn't have believed it, but I've seen it, and now I do. Because of that, we are every year in the spring and in the fall, we are recruiting people, and it can be people living with sickle cell disease. It can be caregivers, and it could be concerned citizens, and they do not have to have a science background. Some people have asked me if they need to have a high school diploma or a college degree. As long as you can speak well and you can read and write, you are welcome to apply for this program, and we will teach you the rest. And we recruit people and we teach them. We teach them the national guidelines for the urgent management of sickle cell disease. We teach them what they need to know when they go into that emergency room, how they need to speak so that they're not triaged in the wrong way. A lot of times our patients don't know, and so they're thinking they're impressing people by telling them that they're that they've been in pain for 10 days. And that's not true. So we're teaching them what to say. We're teaching them the IV fluids they need to have. We're teaching them the medications, what works where and how, what can work in conjunction with opiates to be able to help them, and so on. And by the time they graduate, they are informed. And then after that, they stay on. So if they are wanting to just take the class, they pay for the class. If they want to stay on and help us advocate for people in the community, then the class is free. And all they are asked to invest in is their materials. So, and those materials actually now include my 2 best-selling books, which are $60 on Amazon, but they get the 2 books, their t-shirts, their advocacy binder, and their certificates for $50, like less than the price of my 2 books, right? And so, and then they stay on, and they're expected to advocate for 4 people over the course of a year, or, however best they can. But during that time, we meet monthly. So we meet once a month, and we ask how your advocacy is going. We do we catch up on the newest thing that's happening with treatments and so on, and we're able to also organize ourselves across the 24 states that we're currently located in, so that we can best meet the needs of people all across the United States. And so come September 21st.
Cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, come September 21st, we are starting a new batch of that training. And it's usually 6:30 to 8 in the evenings for 10 weeks. And then actually the 10th week is graduation. So it's actually 9 weeks plus graduation. And it's a great time to watch people transform and watch them, fall into their purpose and walk proudly in their purpose, and see that they have something to give back, that they're not just fighting a disease, but they have something to give too. And it's beautiful. It's always beautiful to watch.
Well, Aaron and I have a copy of the books. So for those of you watching,
That's awesome. So, when I first met you, I'm like, oh my God, I have your book.
That's awesome.
Yes, so it is definitely a great read. In reading your book is how I realized that you and my family are South American, and I'm like, how cool is this? And from Guyana, yeah. So I was like, y'all, this could be my auntie.
Oh my goodness, you're funny. But hey, I will accept you as family, sir. However it is. Doesn't have to be that you're from Guyana. I just like you. So
see, I'm likable, guys. I'm likable.
You are very.
I am a big supporter of sickle cell medical advocacy. Not only am I a healthcare navigator, my wife is a healthcare navigator who actually found you first and connected us. But since I've navigated, I've also assisted with the classes, and I'm excited that, you've gone through some changes with hiring and stuff like that. And we've had new members to join our team, and just excited that all of the members have reached out to learn this idea of what it means to be a healthcare navigator.
You guys are all in. I do have to lift you up, and I tell you, I'm like, if everyone could imitate you and just send their team over to be trained, man, that it just makes me glad. Like when I saw all your team coming in, I'm like, look at that.
Yes. So we are definitely OTAS strong, and just excited to. I'm excited for all of the fun tools that you're going to give them, and the knowledge, because I have a few members that don't have sickle cell, and so they're going to actually learn this raw information to kind of help support the community, which is really cool.
Believe it or not, they are the best students because they're a blank canvas. And so sometimes what can happen is I'm trying to teach something, but someone has learned something else. And so it's fighting against a previous learning. But when there's nothing there, it's like a blank canvas. I can paint all I want. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. It's Picasso time. Like I can, I can create. Like it's beautiful. And they're some of the top performers in the class. It's really cool. So so people who don't have a background should not fear at all. If in fact history is proving that they are likely to excel in the class.
Yes.
You know what was funny? Yesterday I went on a walk to Georgia Tech and I was wearing one of my sickle cell shirts. And I ended up running into this student, so beautiful. She's like, I never seen anyone with a sickle cell shirt. I have it. I'm like, well, I'm here if you ever need me. I have
Wow.
it. I conquered it. I'm a bone marrow transplant thriver and survivor. Teachers will not listen, but we will figure it out while you're in school.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, and oh my goodness, do they need support through college? I mean, a lot of people don't even know things that are available to them that other students take advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and they have every right, because golly, if anybody's in pain, it's a person in a sickle cell crisis. And yet a lot of times they don't they don't make use of all of those resources. So yeah, but good, I'm glad that she connected with someone. And see, because you were wearing your t-shirt, you were able to start a conversation.
Oh yeah, I love the t-shirts I wear. I got a couple people like, where'd you get that from and where can I buy them?
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
let me have a QR code, something. Get it from different nonprofits.
That's
Yes,
cool.
yes.
That's very
Well,
cool.
I just want to say, Dr. Simone, I'm so excited for the Healthcare Navigator course. The Healthcare Navigator course, ladies and gentlemen, is starting September 21st. Dr. Simone, when's the last day for them to register for the class?
September 21st.
Okay, so you have
Although
until
it's
the
the
day.
first come, first serve, and we only
Yes.
have 9 more scholarships available.
Okay. So
Yeah.
listen,
So
run, ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen. Please go to the website. Please support Sickle Cell Medical Advocacy. You can donate. You can sign up for the classes. You can be a healthcare navigator and be part of this wonderful organization at www.sicklecellmedicaladvocacy.org today. Don't wait. Please do not delay. You do not want to miss all the fun information that you can get from Dr. Simone. Her wealth of knowledge is here. I will say Miles Monroe said in a book, I don't know if it was a book or a video, but before he died, he said the richest place on earth is the grave. And it is because everyone would take their wealth of knowledge with them and they wouldn't share it with the next generation. And so you have families destroyed and you have businesses that can't succeed and you have, systems that are not in place for someone to take over and, carry the mantle. And so Dr. Simone is here with Sickle Cell Medical Advocacy to share the information that she has with the public.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be poor when I die. I'll be poor. I give everything out.
Yes. So you want to know all the nicks and tricks? Join Sickle Cell Medical Advocacy at www.sicklecellmedicaladvocacy.org. Dr. Simone, thank you for joining us. We're going to put you in the green room. Please don't leave us. We'll be right with you.
It's always good to see you, Dr. Simone.
Yes, good to see you, Aaron.
Aaron, I mean, there you have it. Excited for the course. You signed up for the course.
I can't wait. Even if I get another book. Come on, y'all.
Yes.
We rise together. We share together.
Yes.
We learn together.
Amen. I mean, and honestly, the truth is, the Bible says that my people perish for their lack of knowledge. Here it is. We have knowledge here. And I can honestly say that I have used the tools that Dr. Simone has taught us when I was admitted into the emergency room, and it worked. So, I mean, I'm a living, walking, breathing testimony of this information. This is not just hearsay, it actually works. So, hey, you all have been listening to On the Air Sickled, this special segment called Dr. Simone Says. If you would like more information about Sickle Cell Medical Advocacy, please feel free to go to their website. It is www.sicklecellmedicaladvocacy.org. Also, there's an opportunity for you to give to the organization as well. Even if you don't want to be a healthcare navigator, let's say that you don't want to be a healthcare navigator, but you want to be able to self-advocate for yourself, she also has a class for you there. So there's an opportunity as well for you to get connected with SCMA. Also, On the Air Cycled is a nonprofit with a 3-layered vision. Our 3-layer vision is for On Air Cycle's continued growth and development. As you can see, Aaron has joined our team. We have a web communications manager. We have a chaplain. We just have one of our team members become our executive producer. So all the things that you see on screen is brought to you by our executive producer. And we want to keep this wonderful train going, all this excitement going. We want to do more in the community as well for sickle cell research, right? So there's always new things to learn. That is the second layer of our 3-layer vision, is that we want to support sickle cell research, whether that is the NIH, whether that is the ASH guidelines. We want to be able to develop those with them, work closely with them, partnering with Dr. Simone and other organizations for sickle cell. It is all about sickle cell research. And then the last thing that's very dear to my heart is the Flip the Bill campaign. You can donate to On the Air Sickled, be part of and donate to the Flip the Bill campaign. Basically, the idea is you're in pain, you have sickle cell, and you have a family to provide for, but because you are in the hospital, you can't care for your family, you can't go to work. So how about On the Air Sickled pays that doctor's bill, or that follow-up visit, or that emergency room visit? What if we flipped the bill? What if we took it over for you and relieved you of some of that hardship? So look, you can donate to On the Air Sickled through our PayPal. Simply type in @OnTheAirCycledOD. Any monetary gift of any kind is needed. It does land on good soil. And trust me, our team is working diligently to create opportunities for us to support you. And speaking of support, just a quick reminder that our chaplain is working to launch our On the Air Sickled support group coming soon at the end of this month, beginning of next month. Please stay tuned to our website as well as our social media groups. You don't want to miss this opportunity to connect with all of the previous guests from On the Air Sickled, as well as be on the show yourself. We want to hear from you. And if you want to be on the show, it's very simple. Go to our website at www.ontheaircycled.com. Click the share my story link, type a few keys, and let us know about you and why you want to be on the show. And our executive producer, Jalen, will pull your story, meet with me, we'll talk about it, and schedule you a date. You could be the next guest live on the air. Until next time, please stay warm, stay strong, and know you are never alone.